Solo grass track racing is spectacular enough, but the sidecars are even more so. And 10 of Britain's finest teams have qualified for the British Grand Prix semi-finals. Terry Skinner and Mark Harmon with their Westlake outfits. 26, Paul Norman and John Mitten, Westlake 2. 17, Peter Robson and Clive Fry, Kawasaki. And there, number 2, the favourites, Steve Smith and Trevor Pye in their NRE 1. 4 laps, and they go in the opposite direction to the solos. Right-handed, clockwise, and as expected, because he's already won 3 times this afternoon, Steve Smith with Trevor Pye take the lead on their way to 20 points, because there's 5 points if you win in the sidecar class. And behind them are Robson and Fry. In 3rd position, it's Canton Curtis. It's very close for 2nd and 3rd, but Steve Smith and Trevor Pye are out on their own. It's not altogether surprising. They're 5 times British champions. They won the British Masters in 1983, but the battle for 2nd place between Robson and Fry, Norman and Mitten, rages behind the leaders, and there they go. Just watch the way the sidecar passenger works in unison with the driver. Gets his weight right on the right-hand side of the outfit, keeps it down on the ground. And into the last lap, Steve Smith and Trevor Pye are on their way to that 4th win. Looks as though nothing can stop them now. It's going to be 20 points if they come home first after this one. Roger Cant is up into 2nd place. There goes the winner across the line. 4 wins, 4 rides, and since they've announced that they're going to retire at the end of this season, it's a wonderful way to finish it. Roger Cant and Tony Curtis 2nd, Peter Brown and Clive Fry in 3rd position. There is Dennis Teasdale and John Atkinson, Dave Manning and Peter Blank, Steve Dewison and Martin Paul, Roger and Jeff Neeson, there they are, and then finally Peter Brown and John Moran. This is the 2nd semi-final. Now, Dewison is the man to watch. Look at the incredible angle of number 4, the lead machine's sidecar wheel. This is a very lightweight outfit. It has a 1000cc parallel twin Westlake engine in it, and you've got to be very, very careful because there are 100 brake horsepower under Steve Dewison's right hand. In 2nd position at the moment, it's Brown and Moran, then it's Teasdale, but the Measors are coming up. Look for 51, and they're up into 2nd place with their 1000cc 4-cylinder, 4-stroke Honda outfit. So Dewison and Paul lead, but now up into 2nd place it's 51, the Measors. Down into 3rd position, Brown and Moran. In 4th position it's Teasdale and Atkinson. Here are the leaders, and they really are in a closer class of their own in this race. Very close for 2nd position, the Measors, Brown, Teasdale, last lap, Dewison away. He's going to get 5 points, and if he does so, it will put him on 13 points from 4 rides. And over the line go Dewison and Paul to qualify for the final. A final which contains Smith and Pye on 20 points, the Measors 18, Brown and Moran 17 points, Canton Curtis 14, and Dewison and Paul 13. And there is Smith and Pye, the hot favourites, the Measors, number 51. 4, Dewison and Paul, Kent and Curtis there, and coming up to the line, 16, Brown and Moran. This should be really something. And again, it is Steve Smith and Trevor Pye into the lead on the very first corner, trying to maintain their unbeaten record here on this excellent Silverstone circuit, and they're chased very hard indeed by the Measors. Roger and Jeff, the 2 brothers, Brown and Moran are behind them in 3rd position. But watch Steve Dewison, number 4, he's come up, he's up into 2nd position. Steve Dewison is up into 2nd place, chasing Steve Smith and Trevor Pye. There, and he's off! Dewison is off! Dewison and Paul not only off, but out of the race. They look perfectly okay. That's an absolute tragedy for them. The outfit is being righted, the marshals are pushing it off, but the race is being stopped. They ride in, and there's an immediate sensation An exclusion of the Measors there, the strong man, clerk of the course, Bill Rawlinson, there he is in the white T-shirt, has excluded the Measors. Up runs Clive Fry, and that means he's checking, is he going to take part in the final? And the answer is most definitely yes, because 2 new riders take part in the final. There they go, and away they go, straight into 4 laps, and straight into the lead go, surprise, surprise, Steve Smith and Trevor Pye. And the 2 replacement teams are Pete Robson and Clive Fry, Pete Brown and John Moran. But it's Brown and Moran and Canton Curtis who are fighting for second position. So, Brown and Moran have certainly justified their inclusion in the final because they're now in second place. There go the leaders, there's the battle for second place. Canton Curtis, Robson and Fry, and it's anybody's race for second place, but it is absolutely clear that Steve Smith and Trevor Pye need to make it 5 wins in 5 rides, a maximum of 25 points to make them very, very worthy British Grasstrack champions in the sidecar class of 1983. There go Robson and Fry, number 17. Here's the leader. His 1000cc Westlake engine punching away. There's some 100 horsepower there. Trevor Pye right out on the right, keeping the weight in exactly the right position. Into the last half lap, into the last right-hander after an absolutely superb day's racing to beat Canton Curtis second and Brown and Moran in third position. And they're the champions. Steve Smith has announced his retirement after 8 years at the top. But why? Is it sponsorship problems?
It's nothing to do with sponsorship. It's a combination of things, really, that's really making us retire at the end of the year. I don't know what Trevor's doing, but I mean, they say nothing's forever. I mean, after a year away from it, I may get the urge to come back and have another go.
Well, you couldn't go out on a higher note if you are retiring. Have you enjoyed it today?
Oh, fantastic, yeah.
What about your future now that the driver's retiring? Are you going with him?
Yeah, I think so. I can't find another driver as good.
How long have you two been racing together?
6 years.
And, well, you've got a magnificent bit of silver to put on the sideboard at home now. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very
We're
much.
sorry to see you going.
Thank you.
Second place to Peter Brown and John Moran, then with Roger Canton, Tony Curtis third after a runoff which gave the Measor brothers 4th place. But